Okay, we're like the Maccabees. We are doing the deliverance on the Sabbath. You know, some people call this the Sabbath, Saturday. And so those Maccabee brothers,
The Maccabee.
they said, "Hey, brethren, if we don't do something about that, they're going to kill us." So we're working it right here on this bill paying stuff. So we got Wonder and we got Mike, and I'm ChaYah Shalom. Welcome. Let's hope that we can get some remedy or relief or what have you. Hey, Wonder, what did you find out about that word remedy? Did you say that that word remedy is only a court thing and relief is what we're really looking for? Thought I saw that you said that.
I don't know. I think I said recoupment. Recoupment. I think I used the word recoupment.
I remember, I think it was on a Telegram thing. You're all, I'm not looking for remedy, I'm looking for relief. And I'm like, oh, I guess there's a difference there. Okay. Maybe remedy is only in a court situation. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, we want recoupment. And yeah, we want reconnaissance. We want to go back and get our stuff. We're being stolen from. And this is a life and death matter. It really is for a lot of people. It really is. Hey, if there's no money and using these negotiable instruments is the money that is by law, then we have to learn how to do them. So I'm going to see if I can share. Let's see if I can share that screen that you had sent about the bill of exchange. Where did I put it? Okay, hang on a second. Let me just pull it up and find it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Now this is the screen share. I'm getting better at this, I think. I hope. Where is it? Okay, share the screen. Here it is. This is the one. Okay. So here is the bill of exchange. You found this unscribed. You want to explain this? Is this what we're supposed to be doing? And do we send this to the...
I mean, I am still researching bills of exchange and the conditions of what a bill of exchange contains. But from the research that I've been seeing, people have gotten results with the bill of exchange and the notary process.
Oh.
So putting those two things together kind of. So just to go back a bit, if we want to talk about like the remedy and the coupon, you know, the administrative process that you have to go through if you get the bill. To me, everything I see it as a billing error, because if we are the true creditors and we extend the credit with the signature, that would mean that, you know, we're the ones that are the holder in due course. So the bill of exchange, again, I've just gotten this information today of what, you know, the bill of exchange looks like. So I'm still trying to get a grasp of that. But yeah.
This is fresh bread.
On the top right corner, that script. Yeah,
bread,
that top right corner, that example. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the top right, it has the Internal Revenue Manual's code that talks about how they accept the bill of exchange and how it is to be processed. Oh. That's coming from like the employee kind of manual of what they're supposed to do with it.
And this looks like it says 2010. So the year 2010, right? So it's
2022. So that's
probably old.
It's old. But it's just an example that I put in there just so you can have an idea of what the bill of exchange looks like.
Yeah, because I bought some of that paper that has a little check, like a little serrated bottom. It's like a clear piece of paper, you know, and it's kind of like a bill. It's a piece of paper that's plain, clear, that I can print stuff on, and it has a little serrated edge down here. It's paper that you can buy. I bought it on Amazon.
Wait, I've never seen that. I've never seen that. What is it called?
Let me see. excuse me, this is where I keep my
What
paper.
is that type of paper called?
It says it's called Alliance 8.5 by 11 bond paper. And I got it through My Office Innovations. It's in Ontario, California. To reach customer service, please dial 888-781-7757. So it's called Alliance. Let me see. Here it is like I bought this whole thing. I mean, this is money right here. If I could get it out. Obviously, I only used it one time, so
Yeah, I never saw that.
see how big it is? It's blank paper that you can write checks or whatever. See, it's this, and then it has this serrated coupon thing here on the bottom. So I was just wondering if that's what you would, your bill of exchange, you could put your directions up here. I don't know, say accept it for value. I don't know. And then do that little bill of exchange thing down here. Is that what this is about? All right, I'll keep this paper out. I gotta pay
guess
some
that
bills.
top part could be the top part could be the cover letter.
Yeah, the instructions. Well, Mike
Is that
and
the 20 pounds?
let me see. Let me see what it says. It says
Because I'm looking at it.
24 pound, 24
model number 30070.
24 pound.
24 pound. Okay.
30044 Alliance laser cut sheets.
30044.
30044. It's heavy.
30044.
I think it was $12 or $15. Oh, I
have bond paper.
I don't know how much it was.
But I didn't have that type of paper.
I bought it last year.
I see it now.
I bought it.
Can't find bond paper over at Staple.
Yeah, I know. A lot of the staples went out of business.
Yeah, they do have it.
Mm-hmm. So, can I just go through some of these pictures and maybe as I click on them, because you were posting them, they were so awesome, but I didn't really want to get overwhelmed with, oh my God, maybe she just found this one and that one. And is there a step to these? So I'm going to kind of just go backwards on some of these pictures. I have a UCC 3415B.
I tried to keep them together. I tried to keep the topics together.
Girl,
but yeah,
good. I'm so proud of you.
Which one is that one?
This one's the UCC 3-415B. It says, if an endorsement states that it is made without recourse, so this is the way to sign it, or otherwise disclaims liability of the endorser is not liable under subsection A to pay the instrument. And then UCC 3-402A, if a person acting or purporting to act as a representative signs an instrument by signing either the name of the represented person or the name of the signer, the represented person is bound by the signature to the same extent the represented person would be bound if the signature were on a simple contract. If the represented person is bound, the signature of the representative is the authorized signature of the represented person, and the represented person is liable on the instrument, whether or not identified in the instrument. B, if a representative signs the name of the representative to an instrument and the signature is an authorized signature of the represented person, the following rules apply. Let me see. Was there other rules that apply? Let me just look. No, wrong one. Okay. Didn't see that part, but
yeah, there were other rules that applied. Let me see if I could pull it up.
But it does look like you want to put without recourse if you're going to sign a name. Yeah, because I was wondering about, I have a electric bill that I pay as a guest, and it's not in my name. So I sent that remittance coupon to the registered agent with a stamp on it, you know, a $1 stamp. And then I think I crossed off a 2-cent stamp or something too. And they're like holding it. And I go, so you have it in your possession, right? And they go, yeah, we're wondering what to do with it. We're researching it. Meanwhile, they had me open up my own account because, you know, the owner didn't want to be doing all this crazy stuff or whatever. But the thing is up to like $2,000. It's not just mine, it's me and another guy. And I wasn't really wanting to pay for the other guy. So I thought, okay, I will be doing one of these remittance coupons then. But I'm not sure if, you know, they might say, nah, we don't know what you're doing, lady. So I did print out the new bill.
I think yesterday that's what I was talking.
I got it right here. 2000.
Yesterday I was talking a lot about the dishonor process.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we have the right to be able to make negotiable instruments. And, you know, no one's told us this. We're finding out from Wonder Bee's wonderful research, which, by the way, I just want to bless you. And if you happen to have any type of, I don't know, Cash App or something that the people can, because I know you're going to give us some meat right now. If there's a way that people can send you something for your due diligence, I know we've been talking and this girl's eye is hurting. And I was just wondering, you know, she could be like having some type of a retina, you know, thing, because she's been reading so much, you guys, and really putting herself out there and doing a ton of research and just popping so much information into the chat. I was like, we got to do a video because I'm going to need some hand holding here. There's so much stuff that she's looked into that she might have figured out some stuff. And I think we just need to get on here. But if you could maybe tell people if you have some Cash App or something. Like, is it $1?
I do have a Cash App and a Venmo. It's the same handle. It's the it's UniversalWonder.
Do you put a $sign in the front of Universal? Or
I don't know. I've never gotten anything through Cash App. I don't know.
All the Cash Apps have to have the $sign in front of it.
okay,
so there we go. It does have to.
So maybe it's the peso sign, but you put the peso sign or the $sign in front of Universal what? What is it? B?
Wonder.
Oh, sorry.
UniversalWonder.
UniversalWonder. So Cash App, or
Universal.
whatever that $sign is, UniversalWonder. Okay, cool. So hopefully,
Okay, so
I'll put it in the description thing. So let's break some meat for us here. Break some bread.
okay, so I got the rules here, the rules that apply. One is if the form of the signature shows unambiguously that the signature is made on behalf of the represented person who is identified in the instrument, the representative is not liable on the instrument. 2, subject to subsection C, if the form of the signature does not show unambiguously that the signature is made in a representative capacity, or II, the represented person is not identified in the instrument, the representative is liable on the instrument to a holder in due course that took the instrument without notice that the representative was not intended to be liable on the instrument. With respect to any other person, the representative is liable on the instrument unless the representative proves that the original parties did not intend the representative to be liable on the instrument.
So that's why we want to
and then it goes to C.
That's why we want to say without recourse.
Yeah, so
okay.
So what I'm seeing here is without recourse and authorized representative, you're not liable. That's what I'm reading.
Does it
If you
say,
are the author, because we're always like,
what if in my case, I was paying for someone else's, it's their account, but I'm the guest using the electricity. Would I be an unauthorized representative? He did give me the social security number though, to use it for whatever I needed to do it for.
so it is my belief that if you're going to use the accepted for value process, you have to use the word authorized representative and without recourse to not be liable. Because we're so used to like beneficiary or agent or this, but we are the authorized agent or the authorized representative. And without recourse is just another legal term that's protecting our rights. So we're so used to blank endorsements that this is all strange to us that we don't even know how to sign, right?
Exactly.
But it says it here in the UCC, and if we're going to be dealing with these commercial contracts, right, we should be following how they say you should protect yourself in signing.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with saying without recourse, but I wouldn't want to say that I was the authorized agent if it's someone else's account, I sent.
Well, you are the authorized agent. You are the authorized representative of the entity. So again, like that's separating us from the entity. I am Wonder B, right? But the Wonder B is also the authorized representative of Wonder B.
Right, but like in my instance, I was paying someone else's account. Like this bill right here, it does not say my name. It says the landlord. And so I was sending this in,
Right.
I'm not him, and I'm not the authorized representative of this account.
Right. So
I didn't sign it at all. I just sent it in.
So when it comes in your name, though.
Yeah,
right.
It will be.
But when it comes in your name, how do you distinguish when you mail it back that you're not them without putting something, like authorized representative of your name and without recourse? I mean, if you want to put beneficiary, I think beneficiary is talking about a trust, right? You're entitling to receive something, but I also think a beneficiary can be liable. I don't think the authorized representative can be liable. I think the beneficiary can be liable.
Well, I like the without recourse. I went ahead and sent that bill in, on his name account. And I did not endorse anything on the bottom. I didn't do that. But I sent it into their representative or whatever, the registered agent is what it was. I looked it up. I looked up who is the registered agent for this company, and I sent it to her. But the weird thing is that this is what I discovered, you guys, when it says P.O. Box and you got a green card on there for the signature, there's no person at the P.O. Box. So this is what they told me from Edison. They said, we never got the letter. I said, well, I didn't get it back, the confirmation, the green card. So maybe the postmaster has it in a box somewhere, and I don't know. Maybe you guys supposed to check something. I don't know. But for all I know, they could have had it put in their thing, and they could just be telling me that I don't know. Because they're supposed to give that green card back in the mail. I didn't get that. So they're saying, we didn't receive it. The $1 stamp thing. Anyways, I want to do your method, Wonder. I want it to go through. I need my hand held because this is ridiculous.
Okay.
Let's do your method, please.
Me too.
Yes. Okay. So I'm really an advocate. Like, I know that there's so many people out there teaching it, but a lot of people teach it and they don't read it from the law, and so it becomes confusing. And to me, it's almost like hearsay, because unless I read it myself in the law to know that it's okay, I'm not really feeling confident, about what anybody really says unless I can read it myself.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Let's see what is this one? The bill, if the bill of exchange or registered bill of exchange is received from a taxpayer authorizing the campus to settle their account through Fedwire. This is another one that you had sent. Is this a different way?
Yeah, so that for me was just evidence that the IRS accepts bills of exchange and they won't deny them. That to me seems like evidence, like if they accept it. And the campus, the word campus is just like, it means IRS office, basically.
So is this considered a bill of exchange? The statement, the way we write it? Or it says right here, it's got to go through Fedwire. So we don't send this piece of paper then?
So I'm thinking if you send it to them, when you send the bill of exchange to them, they mail it and they process it through Fedwire. That's how I'm reading that. I could be wrong. I just found that information today, and I'm still trying to figure out what a bill of exchange is and how to convert it, or all that. I'm still working on that.
So this other picture that you showed us in the chat, where is it? This one. This is pertaining to the bill of exchange to be sent Fedwire to the IRS. Is that what you're saying? This is the maybe example.
Well, that is a template.
Mhm.
That's like a template. I see that as a template of what a bill of exchange would look like. And if you have that paper, that's probably something that you could create at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
So I could go on my computer, put this information with the proper account numbers and the whatevers. But the issue is down at the bottom when it says authorized representative, trust interest holder. Remember, on this particular issue for me personally is I'm paying as a guest. So I don't really, in the past, the last 7 years, I haven't had an account. I've been paying as a guest. So I would feel strange for me on this old bill, if I were to do this, his account, to be saying that I'm the authorized representative for the trust interest holder, because that was under his name. Now it's a new situation, but his account is going to be a different number than my account. So from moving on forward, I could sign that. But, for me to remit something and me signing saying that I'm authorized representative of his name and his account, I would feel weird. That's why I didn't sign anything on the remittance coupon, when I was making it like a money order. I didn't even sign the bottom, because I think that there is another rule that says something about if something's not signed, it doesn't mean it's not good. I just can't remember where that rule is, but I did see someone saying that in one of my videos about instruments that are not signed. And that's what even that Christopher Hauser at one time was saying something about when they were doing, I don't know if it was the 1099s and stuff. For some people, he was saying at first to do beneficiary signature, but then I'm not sure. I thought I heard them say that they didn't have to sign something. I can't remember what it was, if it was a 1040V or something like that. But anyways, forgive me for going all over the place. I do want to stay focused on your remedy, or at least what you're discovering. Hot cross buns straight out of the oven. Hot, fresh baked bread right here.
That's funny.
Hot stuff right here. So
I think the biggest thing I discovered for the coupon, because that's what we're talking about, right? The coupon. All right, what do you got up here now? What's this picture?
thank you, my dear. Yeah, this is
Oh,
that
this is the same thing.
that same thing. I was just wondering, are these bills of exchange gonna be like this one, or are these bills of exchange also kind of like these remittance coupons with this intact, and then A for V or accepted for value? Is this the same as a bill of exchange?
Well, I think I can't see what you have there, but I know it has to stay attached. I think from what I read yesterday, you used to keep the top and the bottom attached.
Yeah, that's what I saw you say that here in this chat. I don't know exactly how far I can go back to find it all,
I heard that.
but that sounded really good. So I'm wondering if, because remember when Christopher Hauser was talking about those 1099s, he was saying not to detach the stuff, you know, and I'm wondering if it's the same for these, with these you know, not to detach. Like it says down here, detach, but I'm just wondering if it's the same thing. Don't detach.
So yesterday I had a dictionary that I was reading from banking terms.
Mm-hmm.
And the keywords that I put in were coupon and endorsement. And I went through everything that said coupon, and I went through everything that said endorsement in there. I didn't find too much good information on endorsement, but for coupon, there was a bunch of stuff in there. And so one thing that just stood out was coupon is also could be a bearer bond or a script certificate. And that's still, you know, both of those definitions kind of fall in line with what we're being mailed. But in both those instances, it says don't detach it. Don't detach it. So I think that we're supposed to accept it for value on the top.
Yeah,
you know, I'm still figuring that acceptance.
Yeah,
and then you sign the bottom. I believe then you sign the back on the bottom, and you're mailing that whole thing in. And I think the confusion is coming into who are you mailing it to, because everyone's like the CFO, the CEO, the this, the that, right?
Right.
But I believe from what I read in that dictionary, from what I read yesterday, it said you gotta mail it to the trustee, right? You mail all that, and it's always a billing error. So what the document said is like you're supposed to mail it to the trustee asking for a statement of accounting, and I know that as a billing error with the GAAP accounting information, right? Now, what it says is that after you mail that, and they send it back, let's say they mail it back and they're like, oh, I don't know, we're not accepting this as payment or whatever. That's a dishonor of non-acceptance, right? So what it says is like, if they dishonor it, you get the notary, you do the notary process or the protest where you have the notary, you know, send it back to them with the, you know, with your affidavit. You need to have the affidavit in there. And you have the notary send it back to them from their address to again telling them, you know, to accept it. And then again, if they don't accept it, you did your due diligence and you have your witness that this was dishonored as non-acceptance.
Okay, so that sounds like,
and if they don't accept it, that amount is discharged. You're no longer liable for that debt.
So that sounds almost like the administrative process. You do the first one and then you do a second one, and then that sounds like the administrative process, which is what we, are doing administratively, is operating with paper.
Except they've been mailing them to the CEOs and the CFOs, and it hasn't really been doing anything. So
Right.
I think it's because you're supposed to pull up their SEC trust indenture. You find out who the trustee in the bank is, and that's where it's going.
Okay, so
now, you could also CC it and mail it to the Attorney General. You could do a bunch of things and mail it to several people if you want. But I would wait to see if it's dishonored or not, and then do the notary process, and then mail it out to the Attorney General and everybody else, that needs to be notified. And each company that you deal with is regulated by a different organization.
yeah.
So you got to figure out who regulates your bank. Is it the comptroller? Is it the Federal Reserve? Is it Consumer Financial? Because it could be different for all of them. So if you want to complain about them, you got to figure out who regulates them.
So I wanted to stay focused on one thing. The only thing I can think of right now is the one that I was talking about. I did go to the SEC and I looked up Edison. That's the company that does our electricity. And I did look up the registered agent, and it was probably a lawyer, Christina Limon, for Southern California. And I did send her, not this top part, but just the bottom part with a stamp on it for the Stamp Act thing. I did send it to her. Like I said, I put that green postal signature card, but because it's a P.O. box, there's no people at the P.O. box. So I didn't get that green card back. And when I did talk to Edison on the phone, the manager, she says, we never received that second one. We received the first one and we have it in our hand. We just don't know what to do with it. So we're doing research on all of those codes that you put on there. I'm like, yeah, cool. But I said, so by you having that, I'm going to say we have a billing error because you have that first money order in your hand. So, you can't turn off the electricity if I've rendered payment or tendered payment. And she's like, yeah, I can see that. But we're still trying to figure out what to do. Then they went ahead and sent me
now you tendered.
Yeah.
Did you tender the payment with a postal money order?
No, I used it with handwritten money order, pay to the order of Southern California Edison. It was $1,800 and something, but I didn't sign the bottom because I'm not the registered agent for that account. I was just a guest. But the owner did tell me that I could use his social security number for whatever I needed to get into the account to have them talk to me. So I put it on the memo, his social security number with no dashes. And I sent that to them with the dollar stamp on it as that, what's it called? Stamp Act thing. Or it's supposed to even make it like 18, or I don't know. If it was $1,800, I put a whole dollar on there to make it the value of the money, because the piece of paper obviously isn't worth anything, but that stamp is worth, up to $2,000 apparently because of the Stamp Act thing. Excuse me, I gotta get my dog and let her in. Come on in. Come on in.
Hey, Mike.
Hey,
Got any questions?
yeah, so you said you could find the trustee through the SEC?
Right.
What, on the 10K or the 8K?
I think they're on the 10K.
What if it's what if the company is no longer public?
That's a good question. I'd have to research that. I'm not 100% sure if they're not public how to get
That's my
that
situation. That's
information.
my situation now. The mortgage company, you know, they got bought out in like 2017, and that's the last thing that there is.
So another way besides going on the SEC, you can put the company's name and the words investor relations. And normally that'll pull up a page that has all those SEC filings for their on the website.
Okay.
You
So
can try that.
Can I try?
type in their name.
Can I try this on the sick? Can I try this for him to see if
Yeah.
maybe we can find the deal? All right, let me
So-
see if I can share the screen.
So I did it for Tesla, and I did Tesla's investor relations, and it comes up right away.
All right, let's do Mike's.
Wow.
Mike, what was it that we're going to be looking at? What business is it?
All right. So what I was told is the trustee is usually a bank, and then we want the trustee of the bank.
Yeah. So what bank are we going to look up?
That sound
What's the
right?
name?
Yeah, the name.
Cardinal Financial.
All right.
Cardinal Financial, L something, LP or something, limited partnership. Yeah, LP.
So do you guys see the screen where I have it? It's blue and white. It's the U.S. securities. Is it showing? Native. You see it?
Yep.
So here's this U.S. Securities and
Yep.
Exchange Commission. So we got up to filings, and we're going to look up company filing search. Let's just look up the company first. And okay, so company. All right. Can you tell me what it was again? What was the name of it? Mike?
Cardinal Financial, LP. Cardinal Financial, LP. CARDINAL. LP. LP.
All right. Let's see. Company and person lookup. No matching companies. Did you say that they went out of business or something?
Yeah. He said they're no longer public.
Right. They're not in the public.
Wow. That's wild. Oh,
So try the company name in the Google search and just the words investor relations.
okay. This thing is in the way. Let me see. Google. So we're going to look up Cardinal Financial LP.